All right, good morning. Happy Sunday to everyone. I'm going to pick up my son from basketball practice. I just got finished knocking out 20 intervals on the VersaClimber at the training center. It's pretty awesome. But this video is inspired today because of something my coach brought up. My coach, Tim Crater, put up a video this morning about competition and what type of character does it breed within a martial artist. So this is a common discussion that happens often between BJJ practitioners of mine, and I'm going to touch upon a subject that gets talked a lot about in the gyms, but not so much publicly. And this is the thought process of high-level competitive jiu-jitsu is not good for self-defense. Okay, so you understand a little bit more. What I mean by that is there are guys that work the system just like any other sport. For instance, if you are winning the game in football by a small margin, you tend to usually kneel the ball at the end and run the clock out. They normally don't run the ball or pass the ball, either out of respect to not run up the score if they're winning by a large margin, but most of the time it's just so that way you don't make a mistake and the other team capitalize and come back and maybe beat you. So it's the way of just playing the game, playing the system of whatever sport that you're in. So in jiu-jitsu, you have guys that pull these very elaborate inverted guards, or they'll pull guard. They'll pull to a closed guard, an open guard situation, and they're very good. They've won multiple championships. They've won multiple medals, and they're very good at their sport. And so you often hear shit talkers say things like, yeah, but that's not real self-defense. You know, they're not really good. They're just good at sport jiu-jitsu, and sport jiu-jitsu is not good for martial arts and in general. And I disagree. Now, I am not saying that pulling guard or inverting to some wicked single leg X Mario guard is probably the wisest choice when you're in a street fight. And I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't suggest that to any student or any person of any martial arts, because just being on the bottom is never good. Now, with that said, let me explain something to you. That this was something that was brought up by my coach before, Tim, in the video, was that a competitor has a winning mentality, and they build fortitude within themselves to compete under stressful situations. And that's basically what an attack in a fight is a stressful situation. You are clearly a fucktard if you think that someone who is a high-level brown belt or black belt, even purple belt, is real good at pulling open guard, is not going to be sufficient in a fight in the street. Why do I say that? Well, one, I'm pretty sure at that point in their career, in their martial arts journey, that they're not stupid enough to think that, hey, I'm in a street fight, let me fall down to my back and stick my legs up in the air and hope for the best. Because any jiu-jitsu practitioner will tell you that high-level guard system play is dependent upon the other person also being at a high level. So what I'm saying to you is that if you think that Johnny No-Go shit doesn't know anything, is a few beers away from a 12-pack, is somehow going to have more magical powers than someone who's been competing year-round, constantly trying to better themselves, not only in the gym, but in tournaments, in competition, creating a mental and physical fortitude of smashing someone's ass under pressure is going to lose to a bar rat or a bar fly, you're ridiculous. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of share my opinion with that. I can babble on for days about that and probably ramble on to other topics, but I just want to stick with the fact that I do believe that competitors in jiu-jitsu who do play a lot of sport jiu-jitsu, which is a lot of points and crazy things that you don't see often in a self-defense situation, are clearly capable of tearing your fucking arm off if you attack them, okay? These people are not dumb. They know what it takes to survive, and they've put themselves to the test at a high-level competition year-round, not just in their gym, but in a competition setting, all right? So go ahead, comment below, tear me a new one if you don't feel free with my opinions. I understand we all have our own opinions. It's no big deal, and you never know. You may say something that made me think about something a little bit more from a realistic standpoint that I'm not thinking about. You know, I'm not perfect. Only Jesus Christ is. So if you agree with me, go ahead and comment below. If you don't, go ahead and comment below. It's not a big deal. It's a free country. That's why we're bombing Iran. I'm sure I'm gonna get pissed off. People pissed at that one. All right. So y'all have a great Sunday. Stay strong.